Hello, I'm Matt from Ludo-Chrono, and today I'm going to give you an overview of Valroc. Valroc is a worker placement game for 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and it plays for around 60 minutes. In this game, you play as mages, and you want to tame mystical and magical creatures to earn the most fame and the most victory points at the end of the game. The game will end whenever a player has beaten and vanquished their 6th creature. So how do you play this game? Well, you have 2 phases. First, a drafting phase, in which you're going to draft those cards. You select 1 card from a hand, give the hand to the next player, and everyone does that simultaneously. So you build a hand of cards, of creatures. On these cards, you will find a few different types of information. So you will find the number of skills that you need to have to beat the creatures, the number of mana that you need to spend to vanquish it, and the number of victory points. Some of them are also mounts, and you can mount them, and they give you bonuses if you do so. You have drafted your cards, and then you can move on to the second phase, which is the meat of the game, the worker placement game. So now you have different locations that all allow you to build your character and take different actions, and I'm going to explain how that works. You have all 3 workers, and you may have a 4th conditional one. So you have your apprentice, your mage, and also your mercenary. And your mercenary, you don't play it unless you pay 2 veils, which are the money of the game. So on your turn, you will simply place one of your workers. So for example, I will place my apprentice on mana font. When you do so, you gain mana as printed here. So I will gain a lot of mana here. Once I have done so, it is the next player's turn, and they will place one of their workers. So now, what do the different spots do? If you go there, you can do black magic. And if you do black magic, your mage can't go there because they are too clean to do so. And it's very interactive. You are going to draw those spells, which are very negative for the other players, but give you negative victory points as well. So you can disrupt their strategies. Mana font I explained, then you will resolve the inn. The more players there are, the less gold that collective players will have, but everyone will have gold in the end. If you go to the caves here, you can explore a different spot, and depending where you get, you might be successful or not, and this will be resolved with those cards. If you go there, you will train your mage. And this is one of the places you will spend mana on. If you get there, you will simply say, I want to upgrade my Earth level, and then you will flip cards. But to flip a card, you will do a push alert game, and you will spend a mana for each card you want to flip. So I will flip a card, and I want to have those full gauges, because that's how I increase my levels. So if I stop there, I will increase 1 level of Earth. But I can continue paying a mana, and you notice that this gauge is not full. So I could either continue and try to mix and match them to have a full gauge, or I could stop and simply increase my level. Why would I stop? It's because simply you can have wounds, and the wounds are going to stop your push for the game, and you don't want to have them. You can donate veils or money here at the monastery, and you can also get this monk, this temporary worker, and here at the academy you can go to courses by paying money and mana to get special abilities. Once you have resolved all the abilities, you resolve the Colosseum. So in the Colosseum, you will simply fight creatures. And to fight a creature, you will have to pay mana, but you need to have the relevant stats here. Once you vanquish a creature, you will simply place the card face up. That means that you have vanquished it. It's done, and if it is a mount, you can mount only 1 mount at a time. It will give you a bonus in a typical element. Once all of the players have either passed or played their workers, we retrieve them and move on to the next round. And the game will end whenever a player vanquishes their 6th creature. That means that we are going to tally scores, so the scores of the creatures that we have vanquished, the maluses from the spells, and also the different bonuses that you can find here. The monsters, the creatures that you vanquished, have elements tied to them, and there is a podium giving you points if you have the most of them. So you tally all of those scores, and if you have the highest score, congratulations, you're the best mage and the winner. That's it for Valroc. So this is a worker placement game in which you try to build your character to vanquish mythical creatures. Bye bye, see you on Ludochrono.